Those dogs are definitely wanting to get to each other. Okay guys, let's talk about what's going on in my e-bike world here. I have got 4 more companies that have reached out to me and just waiting on to finalize some collaboration things that they want done. Some collaboration arrangements that we need to do, and then we'll agree to it, and I may have to sign a collaboration agreement, which I don't have any problem with those at all. I always do what I say I'm going to do on the channel as far as their e-bikes go, so there are 4 new ones coming in. I think one of them is going to be a trike, but I figured not much was going to happen until after the holidays are over. A lot of the companies, their people are off for the holidays, so we'll work on that probably after the first of the year. But in the meantime, as long as we got gorgeous days like this to get out and ride, I'm going to be out riding my bikes and my trikes. Again, I'm riding on the Wind 1. I believe it might be the S20. I'll correct that if I'm wrong. It's a great little budget bike I'm riding for $6.99 is what it retails for. On your left. Yeah, it's a great little price for this thing. I'm doing a little 13-mile ride today. And so far, she's handled really well. Comfortable little 20 by 3-inch fat tire bike. They start calling them fat tire bikes when it gets at 3 on the width, and then of course 4 is your true fat tire. But this is a little cruiser. This is not an off-road bike. You're going to want to get on the trails and go to the grocery store and do a little running around town. This would be a good little bike for that. And if we got some folks out there who are budget-minded, obviously, and they don't want to spend a lot on a new e-bike until they find out if they like riding one. And yeah, this little Wind 1 may be the one you want to look at because it's only $6.99 plus tax. That's brand new. So I'll put a link down in the description box for you guys to the company, and I may have a specific link from them. I have not checked yet in my emails. Or I may get a little discount, might save you a little bit on it, I'm not sure. But I may get a little commission off of it, which I really don't care about that kind of stuff. I just want people to get out and ride and enjoy themselves. It would be the perfect little e-bike as far as seniors and people with disabilities, or anybody for that matter. It's an easy step through e-bike for you guys. Got pretty good brakes on it actually, for cable pull, mechanical brakes. Again, it has no suspension. It's got a 350 watt rear hub motor. It peaks, I think, at 500. It's got a 36 volt, 10.4 amp hour battery. Again, it's got mechanical pull brakes. It's got pedal assist 1 through 5. It's got a half twist throttle on my right side here, and a 7-speed Shimano shifter. So yeah, it's a sturdy little bike for sure. Nice little basket on the front and a rear rack. I believe the rear light's probably a, it's not a wired light for the brakes. It's more a reflector than anything. But the front has got a headlight on the front of the front of the little rack up front there. And you just hold down the pedal assist button on the left here, and that'll turn your headlights off and on. Hold it down for about 2 seconds. So far, 0 problems. And I've come a little better than 10 miles now. I would not be taking this on a long range test because I'm probably only going to get about 20 miles. In my weight at 228, 230. I'm already down to 2 bars, so I probably got about 30 to 40% of my battery left. And so I'm thinking 18 to 20 miles may be all I'll get out of this battery at my weight. Now, if I bump it back down to pedal assist 1, I will definitely get more range. But that's going to have to be working at it pretty hard on them pedals. So this little bike you want to get out and do 10 to 20 miles on, that'd be about it. I think it says it's got a 35-mile range. I would probably cut that about 20%. I don't care what weight rider you are. When they rate these things, they take a little Twinkie person that weighs about 110, 120, and they on a perfectly flat surface, pedal assist 1, and then that's where they'll get their 30 to 35 miles, I believe. Now, I'm not saying you won't get that, but I doubt it. Just from riding these things enough to know. But yeah, I'll put a link down in the description box for you guys to this company. They reached out to me not long ago, just before the holidays, and I actually got the bike in last Friday, I think, Thursday or Friday, but I did not unbox it until this morning, a day after Christmas, so I had a lot of family obligations I wanted to do, and I just didn't want to work on these bikes all the way through the holidays. I'm really satisfied with the performance of this little bike for sure. But yeah, the saddle's not bad. I've come over 11 miles now, and it's still pretty comfortable. So I have no complaints about the saddle at all. Again, guys, I'll be reviewing bikes and trikes all year long. I ride in the wintertime as well. A lot of reviewers get down to a certain degree. I don't care if they're in Florida or they're in Maine. They don't ride them when it gets real cold. They just shut it down for the winter. Where I don't do that. I just love to get out and ride. There's something about riding in 10 to 15 degree temperature, how invigorating it is. You can dress in layers and dress warm enough to do it. So yeah, you want to have layers of clothing. You want to have a good smartphone with a tracking app on it. Strava is the one I use, S-T-R-A-V-A, or you can use Map My Ride, and there's several of them out there, but I really like using Strava. I can text my sons before the ride and my wife, and they know I'm on the trail real time at all times. But you just got to dress for it. Carry some good winter gloves if you need them, and a nice hat. A lot of guys carry, they got hats that are battery operated, heaters in them. They got jackets that way. They've got gloves that way. But I just, if I'm going to get really, really cold out, and I'm going to probably use my little hand warmers, you just take them out of this little bag and shake them up, and you'll get 4 to 5 hours out of them little 2x2 inch bags that you put in the palm of your gloves, and it'll keep your hands really toasty. So if it gets really, really cold, I'll do that. I've ridden in single digits before. But these companies certainly need to know what their bike is going to do in the wintertime. How much battery degradation is that battery going to take a hit? You can figure between 30 and 40% when you get that cold. You get down around single digits, you're going to be limited about 30 to 40% of your battery. It's going to kill the battery as far as range because of the cold weather. Now make sure you carry extra tools with you, bike levers, valve stem removers, so you can take out the little stem and the Schrader valve, so you can use a material called flat out that you can squeeze down in there if you have a flat tire. You want to carry normal wrenches with you, and hex wrenches, Phillips, and a straight screwdriver. You want to carry that. You want to carry your little toolkit with you for sure. And you probably would not hurt to carry a first aid kit with you as well. You just never know when you may need it. So yeah, I think that's probably all we're going to talk about today. This is a separate video in itself, going home, riding this Wind One little 20-inch by 3-inch fat tire bike. It's been a lot of fun riding. Again, I'm down to about 2 bars, so with that 36-volt battery, it's going to not get the range at a small 10.4 amp hour that you're going to normally get out of a bigger battery. But again, it's a budget bike. You can pick it up for $699. I highly recommend it. I've ridden it almost 13 to 14 miles now, and it's worth that for sure. Put my turn signals on my helmet here. You can probably hear that. But yeah, again, this would be a good little bike to get to the store on and do a little grocery shopping, go to the pharmacy, maybe the doctor's appointment. This little bike will get it done for you. And it's small enough. It's only about 64 pounds. You could probably lift this thing up and put it in your SUV or your trunk, back of your truck. So it's not a very big bike, so you're okay there. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and shut the video right off right here. So yeah, share, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I will see you guys on the next ride adventure.